Okay. Assalamualaikum. Hello, hai anak-anak. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, madam.
Okay, sorry, saya tak sihat sangat-sangat ni sebenarnya. Okay, I'm not feeling well today. I think you can hear from my voice, kan? I'm sorry, I have to cancel our tutorial class this week, as I think I need to be at home until I recover from my illness. But it's not COVID, yeah. But to me, your health also very important to me, so I better stay away from you. Okay. Today is our first day, first week, as in the academic calendar, right? So before we start our first lecture today, okay, kita tengoklah jauh mana. Okay, kita boleh pergi kan in my condition today ni. Okay, may I know, is there any international students in our group? Is there any international students? No? None? No international student? Sepi je kelas?
Tak sure lah, madam.
Tak sure so if there is any international student, please ni lah, okay, please mention your name lah, yeah. Okay, let me introduce my name first, yeah. I am Madam Yohanis binti Omar. I am from Informatics and Analytics section. So this is my room number, level 8, yeah, level 8, 8.12, the right side of your of the door, the main entrance tu. I'm from Johor, okay, and live in Kuala Lumpur. So this is my handphone number. You can see my handphone number in our WhatsApp group too, and this is our my email address. All right, so you can contact me via my phone, okay, and my email address, okay. But since we have our WhatsApp group based on our tutorial group, right, so you can communicate with me, okay, via our tutorial group. All right. I'm experienced in system analysis and design, software engineering, system development, and few things related to my main field of study, which is software engineering, for about 7 years before joining the education line. Okay, so I started my teaching career at Polytechnic Shah Alam, College in Pensil, Selangor, and then moved to University Pendidikan Sultan Idris, UPSI, and then UniKL. So in between of those colleges and universities, I'm also invited to teach part-time lecturer at OUM, USIM, and HE University. So those years lah. Okay, sekarang ni I'm permanent in UniKL and sometimes do my part-time lecturing at AEU. Okay, so it is about 20 plus years in teaching and learning line. Alright, so I will be with you for this course, ITD 22303, Object Oriented System Analysis and Design. And I've been teaching these courses more than 10 years, not only in UniKL, but in other universities too previously, maybe because of I have experience in this area. And those years, yeah, I'm working as a senior system analyst, which is closely related with this course. So I really hope that I can contribute more in giving my knowledge and experience to for you, to all of you, that saya dah anggap my anak-anak. That's why when I give salam to all of you in our WhatsApp group, I call you anak-anak because I to me, all of you are my anak-anak. All right. So let's see the synopsis of this course before we start the first topic of our OOSET, OOSET course. All right. So the synopsis is this course will prepare the students, all of you, with the fundamentals and facts of the OOSET. OOSET means Object-Oriented System Analysis and Design Methodology. Sorry suara saya kacau sikit. So this involves learning the object-oriented system development methods, processes, okay, and tools used to facilitate the development of an information system. So overall, okay, overall of you actually will develop individual or teamwork. But since all of you, I guess you will be 210 in our class. Now I think we have 19 plus, right? In our class, but in my list actually we should have 2 plus, 200 plus students in the class. So uh, I think all of your assessments except the online quizzes and online tests will be in a teamwork, in a group work. Okay, and also leadership skills in performing the system development activities. But since our course name is Object Oriented System Analysis and Design, we will stop only at the design part, not the development part. Okay. Now, the course learning outcomes for this OO set is at the end of the course, all of you will be able to, the first one is apply the unified process life cycle and the OO system development methodology concept and approach that we will learn in this course. We will learn the methodology, the approach, the techniques, and then also to demonstrate design of functional and structural model according to business process in organization. This is stated in the course syllabus, the course syllabus that we have for the MQA purposes. Okay, so I need to read it for you. Okay, I need to read all these learning outcomes for you so that during the audit sessions, when they ask you whether the lecturer read or not or inform you or not, the course learning outcome for the course. So I've done my part. Okay, so siapa tu? Apa nama ni, demonstrate the design of functional and structural model according to business process in organization using the unified modeling language, the UML, by performing analysis, the one of the main part in this course here, analysis in variety of information gathering techniques. You will learn a few types of or few kinds of information gathering techniques in OOSET to define user requirements first. You need to define the user requirements before you propose a solution by defining the details of DIS, the information system that you propose to be developed to your clients, to your user. Okay, because at the end of the day, you must ensure that you fulfill the system that you built for your user, fulfill the user requirements. And the third course learning outcomes is to perform the project management task and be able to to function effectively, excuse me, as an individual, a member or leader in managing a system development project. So you will work in group, in team. Okay, but how many people I will explain to you next week lah, because you have a mini group project and then you have 2 assignments in group. Now, the assessments include tests, okay, 10%. Quizzes, normally we have 2 quizzes, 10%, 5%, 5%, 10%. Both ni adalah online lah, online test and online quizzes. And you will have 2 assignments in group. Also, you have mini project, okay, group mini project also in group, 30%, and your final assessment, which is case studies lah, 40%. Okay, so this is the reference. I will upload to you the PDF format that I have. I will upload on your VLE. Please, please refer to your reference lah. Maybe you don't understand certain part from my explanation, you can refer to the PDF books that I will upload to you, inshallah, this week. Now, okay, this is very important part in our class. Okay, this is a friendly reminder. So number 1, okay, actually I'm based on previous experience lah. Okay, I'm friendly with my students actually. Okay, you can communicate with me anytime, but if you WhatsApping me after midnight, maybe I will reply the day after that day. Okay, but although I'm friendly with my student, please don't spoil us. Don't spoil our relationship with poor communication. Okay. I didn't have any problems with my students previously. Okay, why? Because we respect each other. Okay, tak kisahlah you are muda from me ke, kan saya of course apa tu older than you kan. We still respect each other. Be careful with our words that we use in writing messages or communicate verbally. Okay, so no matter it is a verbal communication or in WhatsApp communication or in Teams, Microsoft Teams or on VLE, okay, still adhere to this principle. We can be friends, no problems. But still remember, we must be very careful using our words and respect each other. All right. For example, let's say when you write message in, when you use your WhatsApp, right, or Teams, please do not use more than one question mark symbol, or please don't use more than one exclamation mark, tanda seruan more than one. Jangan, okay, please don't. That it brings negative meanings. Okay, it will bring negative meaning. So just use one symbol, question mark symbol, or one and no need to use the exclamation mark pun. All right, because you are talking in in a good way of communication. All right, and although you might respond, and some students, certain student, they will respond, that is your style of writing text with friends, okay, with family and whatnot. But please change when you communicate with your guru, with your lecturer, or whoever older than you. Okay, other than that, it depends on you lah, kan? Tapi when you communicate with your lecturers, your gurus, please, please introduce. And when you message me, please introduce yourself, all right, yourself first, because I have, like I said just now, I have more than 200 students of ITD 22303. So I do not know, I can't remember all names unless you are very active in the class, you participate well in the class, so maybe I can remember you more than other names, kan. So please, please introduce your name first, which tutorial group lagi bagus, all right. So then barulah you write you punya message tu, because why? Because I'm also teaching other courses, okay. It helps me to identify which student from which course, okay, easily, so that I can answer correctly to the question. Okay, so I might respond you a little bit late, but please be patient. Don't get angry. Okay, maybe at that time you send message to me, I'm having another lecture or in the meeting. I will reply as soon as I finish the class or meeting. Okay, because we here are not only to give you knowledge, to explain the content of the syllabus and whatnot, but also to educate our students and also ourselves lah, of course, kan. And you have anything that you feel not satisfied with me, just talk to me. I'm open with I'm open with that. Just PM me, okay? No problem. It's okay. Okay, let's say you don't understand, you want to complain about me, just straight away complain to me. Okay, if this true, I will improve. Okay, if it is not, we can discuss. All right. But again, in a good communication, in a good words, all right? So for me, all of you here are my children, okay? You're my children, bukannya just student, okay? So good attitude, okay? Don't feel stressed. Enjoy our class or tutorial sessions because you're going to participate more in your tutorial class, okay? Ask questions if you don't understand my explanation. Don't just keep quiet. Don't just keep what you don't understand in your head or in your heart. Okay, ask me question, no problem. If I can ask at that time, I will straight away answer your question. But if I need to search from different sources, I will give time, okay, to respond. And another one, if you are not able to come to tutorial class or online class due to your health matters, please provide the MC to me. Okay, just screenshot and WhatsApp me, introduce your name, from which tutorial group, and forward to me the MC. Alright, if not, I will mark it as absent. Lah. Okay, if you have MC, then saya akan letak situ MC. Okay. And then if you are interested, if you are instructed to involve in any universities activities, sports, debate, etc., please provide letter from the instructor or lecturer, okay, or from the staff involved, from the staff who instruct you to join the sports, for example. Okay, just get the letter and email me or forward to me. Okay, as simple as that. No worries about that, because I know some of you are very active in sports, right? Or any other activities, any other universities activities. No problem, no problem. If you can't attend the class, just provide me the letters, okay? And another one is submit your assignments on time. Okay, I will give you time, of course. Please submit, please upload on time on your VLE. This from time to time, I will explain to you. I will remind you. Okay, that's why we have the WhatsApp group, because it will be easier for me to remind you or to tell you any urgent matters via WhatsApp group. All right, and then attempt all online quizzes or tests given to you. Do not copy your friends' assignments. This is very common matters that you need to bear in mind. Okay, and then let's say if your assignments is totally 100% the same with your colleagues or with your other groups, with other groups, I have my own rubrics for those who copied other assignments. Okay, so please, please focus on our lecture session, on our tutorial session. Ask question if you don't understand. Jangan risaulah, saya bukan lecturer yang garang, because I'm older enough untuk garang-garang pun. Okay, dah 5 series, saya dah 5 series, so it's not a good time for me to jadi garang to all of my students. Just talk to me, okay? Just message me and inform me, but please introduce first your name. And last but not least, do not MIA. What is MIA? Missing in action. Okay, when you did not, let's say you did not attend our class for 5 weeks, for example, or 5 times, for example. So your attendance list will be, you know, the academic department will mark your attendance list, and then they will send you a love letter because your percentages of attending the class is not achieve the 80%. All right, so please remember, don't MIA, because it will make your life complicated. Okay, many people will chase you. Okay, and please make sure you do your assignment. All right, so that is as our introduction. If you have any question before we start our lecture, if you want to ask me anything before we start, you can ask me now. Anything you want to ask me? Ada? Tak ada? Don't be so quiet sangat lah, kan? Don't be so quiet sangat. Okay, if you have any question, if you have anything to ask me or anything you don't understand, you can ask me anytime. You can stop me anytime. If you don't have any question, so let us start our first lecture today, first topic. Okay, introduction to system analysis and design. Okay, thank you for those who wishing me get well soon semua tu. Nanti saya tengok lah ya, sebab during my lecture, normally I did not open the chat box. After that, then I open. But thank you. Yes, I'm not feeling well. Very, very not feeling well actually. But I don't want to miss my lecture with you. Okay, because I have cancelled the tutorial class. Okay, it is not, to me, it's not good that if I cancel everything in the first week of the session, it's not good actually. But what to do, kan? Kesihatan kan kita tak boleh nak jangka. When we are going to have a good, in a good condition, in a good health, when we are not, right? But I hope I can give you certain kind of a new knowledge for you for this course. All right, so let's start with the introduction to system analysis and design. Okay, excuse me. Okay, you can hear me? You can hear me or not?
Yes, madam.
Yes kan? Okey, okey. Sebab saya tengok dekat saya punya mic ni mute tapi you boleh dengar. Okey, tak apa. Dia macam miracle sikit. Alright. So the objectives of our topic. So jangan risaulah anak-anak. If in our class, let's say we have an international student in our class, please inform me sebab kadang-kadang saya cakap campur-campur juga in bahasa Melayu kan. Just to make our kata apa communication lebih orang kata more open lah kan. Tak naklah too serious sangat dalam kelas and then everyone stress kan. So just be happy, okay? So that you can accept or you can apa tu? You boleh terima lah all the explanation that I give to you today and the next the following weeks. Okay, so the objectives of the first topic here are the fundamental system development life cycle, and it's 4 or 5 phases because certain books it's mentioned 4 phases, certain books 5 phases. Doesn't matter whether it's 4 or 5 phases, but everything is in there. Okay, and the evolution of system development methodologies, and also to get familiar with the different roles played by the skills of a system analyst. So this is my previous experience. I quit my job when I was a senior system analyst. So hopefully I can contribute more. Okay, in this course. That's why lah diorang bagi saya subjek ni bertahun-tahun. Mungkin sebab boleh contribute lebih lah. Alright. Okay, let's look at this first slide. What is system development? Okay, I have uploaded the notes on your VLE and also in your Teams. You can download. You can look at. You can view your own slide also. Can, no problem. All right. Okay, what is system development? Okay, it is a what? It is the process of creating and maintaining information systems. We call it as a system development or systems analysis and design. While you may be able to purchase, you can still purchase the system. You can ask vendor to develop for you. You can develop on your own. Okay, so we call it as a system development. While you may be able to purchase it, and off-the-shelf software program, you won't be able to do that with information system. Here are some reasons why. Because the first thing is you need to examine a business situation. People must be trained. Yeah, people must be trained. Alright, sekejap. Okay, pilih color merah. Okay, people must be trained to use the information system effectively. You can't buy that. Okay, the second one is with the intent of improving it. You must have the intention to improve the system. Users must take ownership of their system. That's the single most important criterion for the success of an information system. And the third one is through better procedures and method. You must construct or adapt procedures to fit the business and the people who will be using the system, not only you. It's involved many people. It involves programmer, it involves system analyst, it involves siapa lagi? Webmaster, it involves network administrator, it involves database administrator and many more. Okay? We will look at it. Nanti kita akan tengok satu persatu. Don't worry about that. Walaupun you heard me mention database administrator lah, network administrator, programmer and whatnot. Don't worry. We will look at it in the next slide. Okay. So here, the system development is having 2 major components in it. Okay. The first one is the system analysis itself. Okay, so this system analysis consists of those activities that enable a person to understand and specify what the new system should be accomplished. Anak-anak, if you think that I'm too fast, please stop me. Okay, madam, too fast, can you a bit slow ke apa ke kan? Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, kalau tak saya akan pecut lah. Okay, because dah petang ni kan, nanti ngantuk. Alright, so the operative words here, in the system analysis, the operative words here are understanding the specifying. Okay, in system analysis actually, understanding. Okay, understanding and specifying. Nanti kita akan go into detail dekat slides yang berpuluh-puluh ni. Because if you can see, we have 54 slides kan. So, kita akan jumpa lagi this system analysis in that puluhan slides nanti. Right? So, the system analysis is more than a brief statement of the problem, meaning that you need to know the problem. You need to understand the problem. You need to elaborate the problem. Okay, for example, a customer management system must track customers, register products, monitor warranties, and track service levels among many functions, all of which have many details. Meaning that if you want to register products, you need to know every single details for every single products. Kan ada banyak kan? Barcode lah, code product name, expiry date and many more. Betul tak? Kan? And then if you want to track the customers, you need to keep all the details of the customers. Customers ID, customers name, customers address, contact number, this and that and many more. Meaning that key point here is all of which have many details. Not only one or two data that you need to know. And the most important thing here is you need to know the problem, your users, your clients' problem, not their personal problem lah kan. The system problem, the existing system that they use in their organization. Okay, mesti ada problem kan. So you need to know, you need to interview your users, your clients, and you need to understand the problems. Then you can propose the solution. Okay, it's a long process actually, but no worries, kita akan pergi one by one later lah ataupun next week. Alright, so this system analysis describe in detail what a system must do to satisfy the need or solve the problem. Ingat tu please remember, you need to understand the problem, you need to specify the problem, you need to know the needs of your users from the system, from the proposed system, and you need to solve the problem. Okay, so this system analysis will answer what question? What? W-H-A-T. Okay, this system analysis will answer what question. So this what is required for the new system to solve the problem. So you need to know what are the problems, what are their requirements, what are their needs to the new system. Okay, what, right? And then another one is system design. Okay, so system design consists of those activities that enable a person to describe in detail how the information system will actually be implemented. See how the system will actually be implemented to provide the needed solution. Tadi in the system analysis, you need to know, you need to collect all the requirements from the user, from your clients. You need to understand the problems. You need to elaborate the problems among your team members. You need to what? You need to fulfill your user requirements for the new system. You need to propose a new system. You need to solve the problem. And now in the system design, you need to know in detail how the information system will actually be implemented to provide the needed solution. Okay, so in other words, system design describes how the system will actually work. Okay, and also this system design specifies in detail all the components of the solution system and how they work together. Because we are not only have one component, we have more than one component in the system. Okay, so the system design is actually answer the how. Okay, HOW kan, how the system will operate. Remember, the system analysis will answer the what question, whereas the system design will answer the how system will operate to solve the problem. Okay tak anak-anak? Can you follow me? Are you okay? Can you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Are you
Yes,
okay?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
madam.
Okay, why perhaps? Okay, why perhaps? Anything that you don't understand? Or too fast? So what? Yeah. You want to ask? Just ask me question. Don't worry. Saya takkan marah lah. No worries lah. Okay? Apa dia? If you have any question, just ask me question. But I think baru fasa pertama ni simple lagi kan. Tunggu when we learn. Wait until we learn the UML. Itu nanti barulah pening-pening, migraine sikit. Okay, so now let's continue with this next slide. Beginning of system development. Someone please help me to click the admit button too. All right, because in front here I can only see our slide. Okay, please someone, and thank you so much in advance. Okay, now beginning a system development. So system development usually begins with what? When a problem or opportunity is identified by managers. I don't want to explain in detail for this slide because this is only facts. This is only fact, the beginning of a system development. Why we need a system development? Why certain things becomes a problem to our users, but at the same time, their problems is our opportunity. Yes, of course, because if they have problems, if they have problems when they use their system and they need to have a new system in their organization, actually they are facing problems. So we as a system developer, we as a vendor of a system, we take that problem as an opportunity for our organization to develop a new system for them. They pay us, right? So that is the opportunity. Okay, so this is it can be because of any of the following. So the reasons of that, of the beginning of a system development. For example, new design idea to smoothen the process in the organization. Maybe they feel that they need to have a new system. For example, let's say you use your CIMB Clicks or Maybank to you or Bank Islam Biz and whatnot. All right. Let's say they want another new mobile apps of a banking system, banking apps, banking mobile apps. So they have new idea, but they want your company to develop for them. Okay, so that is a new design idea just to smoothen the process in their organization, in the banking process. Okay, or evolving environmental changes such as competition from one bank to another bank. See, IMB, they have a new system. How about Maybank? How about Bank Islam? How about Bank Raya and whatnot? They compete between each other. So there is also a reason, the beginning of a system development. And another reason, adding new business or product line to present business. If you're doing a business, you don't have a system. Okay, you don't have a system. Then to ease the process of buying and selling, you need to have a very good system to ease the online order, right, from your customer, to ease the financial, the transaction process from your customer to your accounts and etc. See, so you can read on your own this point, the reasons, the beginning of a system development, adding new business. Sorry, excuse me. Present system does not satisfy the user's information needs and whatnot. All right, so this is only the beginning, but there is more than this actually. You should know the information system. What is an information system? Okay, excuse me. What is an information system? So, information system actually is a what? Is a set of interrelated components. A set of interrelated components that collect, process, and then store and provide as output the information needed to complete business tasks. Yeah, so this information system, OIS, okay, always includes people who operate the system and carry out some of the work. Okay, so if you are at the library, for example, typing in some search terms using the online catalog, you are part of the information system. And let's say you go to the library, you want to search for certain books, right? So you use the online catalog. You type the name of the book or you type the ISBN number of the books. You press the search button. You are the user of the system, the user of the library system. So you are part of the system. Okay. Now, if you are using your bank's online information system or your online banking system, you are part of their system. You are the users of the system. Okay, so the part that selects which account to use to pay a specific bill. Let's say you have two types of account at Bank Islam. You have a saving accounts, and then another one you have investment account, for example. So which accounts that you will select to what? To use to pay your bills, for example. Okay, so you are the part of the system. And more recently, another term has been used to refer to an information system is actually a computer application. This is another term. Besides you use the information system, sometimes we call it a computer application. All right, as a computer application. So a computer application is a computer software program. You know already because you have learned the introduction to computer and information system, right? The ICS course or introduction to IT and whatnot. You know already that a computer application is a what? Is a computer software program that executes on the computing device just to carry out a specific function or set of related functions. There is certain specific functionality. You will see all this term later. Okay. The functionality or a set of related functions or features of the system. And sometimes we call it as a computer application or app, right? Application app, right? Such as the Android app, the mobile app, okay, many more lah. You tahu lagi banyak lah kalau pasal phone ni kan. So many people use the terms information system and computer application interchangeably. So kalau if I mention to you computer app or mobile app or information system interchangeably, so it is the same. All right. But of course, they have their own criteria. But remember, information system includes people, the users, for example. Okay, the users, the owner of the system, and then their manual procedures, their hardware, the software, the data. All right. So you need to know that too. Okay, the components of the information system. Okay, that works together to produce quality information. And consider the information system. Let's say our university, UniKL, uses what system? ECT, right? ECT or VLE to support us. Okay, to communicate, to upload, to download, okay, and many more, many features that we can found in our VLE or ECT. So it is an elaborate system that likely integrates admissions, financial aid, cost scheduling, and even individual cost support. You can view your exam result, right? And then you can communicate with your academic advisor. So those are the features that you can find in your ECT, UniCare ECT. You
Madam,
probably, yes,
ada problem sikit lah, madam.
problem apa tu?
Ada orang main remove, madam.
Remove?
Madam.
Siapa remove? Astaghfirullahaladzim. Please jangan remove. Ada orang main remove?
Biasa sebab ramai sangat tu main remove.
Jangan please kesian kat dia. Okay, jangan remove you. Hak dia you nak join, dosa you tahu. Dia dah bayar yuran you. Okay, jangan remove please. Memang ramai tapi please jangan remove ya. But we still have the recording. Okay, those yang macam keciciran, okay, ataupun ada yang tak faham, please orang kata listen again ataupun you tengok baliklah kita punya recordings ni. But please don't remove ya. Kesian kat dia. Alright, nanti saya yang kena complain, not you. Okay, tolong right. Now we continue. Tolong jangan tahu. Okay. Right, apa tadi kat mana kita stop, hilang dah. Okay, alright. Tadi kita kata apa? There are many features kan in our Unikl ECT. So macam itulah. Okay, we learn about information system or mobile apps or computer application. Alright. So we must know that there are many features, there are many components. Okay, there are many components in the information system. Okay, that is information system. Okay, you want to take a break ke apa? Baru sangat pun nak take a break kan? Jangan remove dia ya, sebab saya belum download lagi attendance. Kesian. Okay. Okay, any question you want to ask me? Any question? No question? Are you okay? Any one of you wants to drop the course? Are you okay, guys? Don't drop because you.
So far okay, madam.
So far okay, because why? If you drop, yeah. If you drop,
Diorang tak remove tapi sekarang ada student nak masuk, diorang deny access.
Jangan deny access please. Accept je. Kesian dia. Sebab kita ada it's about 110 student. Jangan you nanti dia complain, I yang kena. Please lah, jangan. Kan saya nak tengok semua tak sempat dah ni. Kan sebab saya tengok notes tadi kan nak explain to you. Okay? Ada yang left ke apa? Ke ataupun mungkin ada yang ada masalah internet. Tapi please ya, jangan remove mereka. Alright? Jangan deny. Alright? Alright, so okay, let's continue with our next slide here, the tools. Okay, the tools. Okay, what is tool actually? Okay, it's a software, of course. Tools is the software support that helps create models or other project components. All right, from simple drawings program to complex case tool. Here, case tool. What is case tool? Okay, what is case tool here? So saya lompat sini teruslah sebab ada banyak kat sini kan. What is case tool? So it is a case tool ni, CAS ini is a computer aided software engineering. Computer aided software engineering technologies, the tools that provide automated assistance for software development. Okay, the goal of introducing the case tools here is the reduction of the time and cost of software development and the enhancements of the quality of the system developed. Because we know already that system development involve times, right? Months, years, even years, right? So we want to reduce the time. We want to reduce the cost. So we need to have certain kind of tools to help us, okay, to help us to reduce the time that we focus on certain activity in the system development process. All right, so the interest in the case tools and environments is based on expectations about increasing productivity, improving product quality, facilitating maintenance of the system, and also making software engineers taskless, of course, because we know already in system development involve many kind of people, system engineer, software engineer, system analyst, programmer, network administrator, database administrator. All right, so these case tools is the use of computer-based support in the software development process, all right, in supporting one or more software engineering activities within a software development process. And then ada juga yang kata it's a collection of case tools that other components together with an integration approach that supports most or all of the interaction that occur among the environment components and between the users of the environment and the system environment itself. Okay, that is the case tool. Okay, ada banyak sebenarnya case tool ni. Kita ada rational roles, okay, from IBM. We also have the visual paradigm. We also have other kind of tools that similar with the rational rules. The most popular is rational rules lah, from rational rules from IBM. Okay, tapi dia software ada license ni kan, kita mungkin tak ada dekat lab lah. Tapi since kita hanya tutorial, you don't worry so much because you can use any drawing or graphics tools that you can use to illustrate or to draw your UML diagram. Itu tu later lah. And then also we have project management application. For example, Microsoft Project. I believe most of you have the Microsoft software in your laptop kan, on your laptop. Also you have the Microsoft Project ni untuk project management. You nak set the time frame, the person who in charge, the costing and whatnot. And also you have the drawing or graphics application. For example, the Microsoft Visio, the visual paradigms, and also you can use the word processing, the text editor for you to type the proposal, for example, for you to type the report, for example. Okay, and you also have the IDE or integrated development environment. And integrated development environment is actually a software application that provides comprehensive facilities to computer programmers. Okay, it is not only the system analysts involved in the system development, also involve the programmers for software development. This is the main person who will write codes kan, who will write the script, yang buat scripting, coding, programming. So an IDE here normally consists of a source code editor. That is IDE. For example, Visual Studio, C#, VB.NET, Java, okay, semua tu build automation tools and also a debugger. So most modern IDEs here have intelligent code completion. Right, the object-oriented one, of course, you have learned, right? Dalam PCP, right? Principle of computer programming, you have learned Java, right? Okay, and maybe some of you have learned the VB.NET or Visual Studio. Okay, you will learn lah nanti next semester, kan? Okay, so the boundary between an IDE, okay, this IDE ni, right, and other parts of the broader software development environment is not well defined. It depends on what kind of tools, what kind of software, what kind of IDE tools that you are going to use to develop a system for your user. Okay, sebab because the project involve cost, okay, costing and whatnot, and also involve the time frame. Semua tu is money. Semua tu is the opportunity to your company, the developer company. Okay, if they choose to use the tools which is, you have the less capability when you want to develop a system, the tools is not orang kata apa, dia tak ada banyak kebolehan, okay, less capability to be used to develop a system, then harganya kan less, agak murah compared to if you propose them to use certain kind of IDE tools. Okay, and also it's related with the functionalities of the system too. It is not only about the tools, it is not only about the IDE software only, but it is also related with the functionality of the system, the non-functionality of the system. Tak apa, jangan risau, we will look at these terminologies later. Okay, and also the features of the system. So sometimes a version control system or various tools to simplify the construction, okay, of a graphical user interface, the GUI. Okay, I believe you heard already about the GUI, kan? Graphical user interface. Okay, are integrated. Okay, many modern IDEs. We have many modern tools. Also have a class browser, object browser. Okay, you pakai Java kan, ada object kan. Okay, and a class hierarchy diagram. Okay, for use that you can use in object oriented software development. Okay, itu untuk IDE. Okay, another one is database management application. Remember, your system should have one front end. Front end is your application. Another one is back end. Back end is your database. Okay, so database management system or database management application is important for you to design and develop your database. For example, Oracle, Ingress, okay, Microsoft Access, just to mention a few lah. That is the database management applications. It's different from your IDE. IDE just know what? For example, Java, Microsoft Visual Studio C#. Okay, ada banyak lagi kan? So that is the difference between the tools that you use to develop the front end, the application, and the tools that you are going to use to develop or to design your database, the back end of the system. Another one is the reverse engineering tools. So whether you are rebuilding a software program or replicating, for example, you replicate a car engine, simply taking apart a music system in your car, for example, you can learn several things, simple or difficult. Okay, by dismembering these things, reverse engineering follows a similar course and is simply define a process of taking apart an object to understand its function, meaning that you need to understand the existing functions that you have in the existing systems. You need to learn every single functions in the existing system. All right. In order to what? In order to duplicate or to enhance or to upgrade its features or to develop a new one, for example, okay, or to enhance the quality of the system. Alright, so this is kita adalah juga reverse engineering tool, for example, IDA, IDA Pro, CFF Explorer, okay, Fiddler, and so on. So this is reverse engineering. But in your case, you need to develop as if you need to develop a new one. Okay, you tak develop in your case, you are not developing any system for this course. We only stop at the design. So lega lah kan dekat situ. But please remember, although we stop at design phase, but you need to know all, including the development activity and also the maintenance and support. And the last one is the code generators, which is a program that understands the meaning of the input, okay, the meaning of the input, and applies the appropriate template, okay, to it, to produce the intended result of from the code, okay. For example, the tools, for example, XML, plain text, Python, Java code, these all can be used as input for code generation. Okay, just to mention a few lah. So this input file should therefore be processed by the code generator to determine which templates to utilize. Okay, so models are used to generate the code, which is built based on user-defined meta models. So nampaklah ada banyak terminologies that I mentioned to you, but don't worry, this is only the first week, baru nak berkenalan. We will meet again to all these terminologies nanti kemudian in this chapter or in chapter 2, 3 and seterusnya. Don't worry so much anak-anak, don't worry so much because we have only 6 chapters to be covered in 14 weeks. Sangat mencukupi. In fact, we will use most of our times to illustrate diagrams, the UML diagrams. It is very important for you to understand, to illustrate the UML diagrams, because you are not only use the knowledge in this OOSET course, you will use this knowledge in your FYP. FYP subject, for example. Okay, so please don't think that, okay, I learned this course only for OSET. No, you will use this continuous knowledge, and experience for your FYP2 and your internship, for example. Okay, so any question? Anak-anak ada questions tak? Sunyi je. Tak ada? Kalau tak
I
ada,
think okay, madam.
okey, kalau tak boleh ikut cakap tau, jangan senyap-senyap. Kenapa jadi 74 je? Memang 74 je ke? Kesiannya. Ke ada masalah internet? Okey.
Ada yang dah jadi attendee, madam.
Mana ada ramai madam.
Ada. Saya tak perasan lah. Sorry. Tak apa. Hopefully ada lah semua kan. Alright, okay. Let's take a break. Tekak saya pun dah perit ni. Take a break. 3 to 5 minutes and then we continue. But to those who have problems, tak boleh nak ikut ataupun saya laju sangat, okay, please ask me question. Tolong tanya. Tapi kalau ada yang nak drop, bagi tahu jugalah kan. Okay. Kita jumpa balik 3:35 Any international students? Erika orang sini lah kan.
Kalau sini Mujtaba, madam.
Sajalah
check.
tengok nama gempak-gempak kan. Okay. Any question you want to ask? Please ask. Sekejap hidung bermasalah sekejap. Arvanjit is here. Arvanjit here.
Madam.
Yeah,
Hello.
Arvanjit can understand Malay?
Can, madam.
Of course lah kan.
Yeah.
Okay, just asking. Alright. Durkeswaran. Hakil
Yeah,
dah main lagi. Can understand Malay too, right? It's okay,
Yes,
right? If
madam,
I
can.
campur-campur kan?
Yeah,
Kadang-kadang
madam,
kita
okay.
cakap campur-campur lagi mesra kan. Saya tak nak lah kelas kita stres-stres. Kita happy-happy lah kan. Cuma satu je saya pesan macam tadilah kan. Anak jangan MIA. Okay, to tell you the truth ya. To tell you the truth. I think ada Indonesian kan dalam ni. Sebab nama I tengok macam ada Indonesian lah. Kan ada Indonesian ya. Siapa agaknya tu? Iki Siapa tah? Rasa
Pakistan
macam
pun ada.
Ya ada. Pakistan. Oh, who is that? Who's that? Pakistan.
Mustaba.
Mustaba. Oh, Mustaba cannot speak Malay kan? Alamak, tak jawab.
You cannot, madam.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Mustaba, no problem. Alright. It's okay. We can proceed in English for our lecture. If you want to ask in Malay also can. But if our friends from other countries also want to ask question in English also can. No problem. Okay. But please join the WhatsApp group. Okay. If you very shy to ask me during our lecture session, if you If you want to ask me via our WhatsApp group also can, no problem. Okay, don't stress yourself. Let's enjoy the courses. Just don't MIA. Okay, simple rule. All right. And to tell you the truth, so far lah, there were no students fail when I'm teaching these courses, except to those who did not submit the assignments, and when I chased them, they did not chase me back, did not submit the assignments, or did not do the final assessment, or MIA, missing in action, only that category of students. Other than that, you will be okay, inshallah. Just do. You are the one who will, who will set your own target, whether you want to have A or B or whatever grade it is. But please, if you have any problem, just tell me. Okay, saya boleh explain. I can explain to you lah. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, sakit-sakit pun kita continue. Okay, techniques. Alright, the techniques. So what is the techniques? Okay, the techniques here is a collection of guidelines that helps the system analyst to complete a system development activity or task. All right. Of course, when we talk about techniques, it related with step-by-step instructions that you need to follow. And also it involves the strategic planning. Who will do the strategic planning? Okay, the person who what? The person who involved in the, for example, who involved in the steering committee, the committee which will read your proposal, the committee who will approve certain certain requests in the system request and whatnot. Also, the project management, user interviewing, data modeling, and relational database. We will not cover all techniques in this course, only certain techniques. For example, project management by using the Microsoft project, and then the technique, user interview technique, and also the strategic planning. This is related with your system request or writing proposal, because in your group project you need to write proposal, and also you need to do the user requirement analysis document, and the last part is system design specification. But I will explain to you next week. This week I know there will be apa orang kata, there are few students come and go. Maybe after you listen for the first lecture, you decide to drop the course or whatnot. I do not know. Okay, so let me explain your group project, mini group project next week. Okay, so let's continue with the this is only apa tu, illustration that, for example, let's say this one, this person, what am I getting out of this document, maksud dia, the meaning is, what am I getting out of this is from this document. Can he understand what is written in the document? You are getting the tools and techniques needed as an information system developer. You need to understand the business need. We will learn about the business need later. Okay, capture the vision, objective, goals of your users' organization. Define the solution. You propose a solution for your user. You need to define the solution. And then communicate the vision and the solutions to your user. Build the solution. Of course, you need to develop the system, meaning that you build the solution. Direct others to help. Confirm the solution. Meets the need. Launch the solution as an information application. This will be covered in this chapter, because you have 54 slides here. Okay. Remember that. Right. So methodology. One of the important part in your OO set is methodology. So what is methodology? Okay. It is actually a set of comprehensive. Methodology is a set of comprehensive guidelines. Okay. For carrying out all of the activities of each core process of your SDLC. What is SDLC? System Development life cycle, system development life cycle, which will be covered in our chapter 1. Okay, but I don't think we can cover everything today, right? We have only 2 hours. Okay, but no problem. Let's see where we are going to stop until 4:30 today, right? So that are the guidelines that we need to follow, in order to complete all activities in the SDSC, System Development Life Cycle. So a methodology here is actually a formalized approach, a formalized manner, formalized ways, formalized routine to implement a system development process that is a list of steps and deliverables. What you need to follow and what you need to deliver to your user. Okay, what you need to prepare and deliver to your user. So here a project manager can take an existing methodology. You can take existing methodology if you are a project manager and select the steps and deliverables that apply to the current project, because we have many kinds of methodology. For example, waterfall, prototyping, okay, agile. Niki pun we will see later in this chapter. Okay, this project manager will select the steps and deliverables that he or she can apply to the current project and add them to the work plan. Remember, once you get the project from your clients, you need to create the work plan. You are given, for example, you are given a big project, okay, from a big short company, and it will take 2 years to complete the task. Okay, so you have 24 months. You need to prepare a Gantt chart. You need to prepare a work plan to show your activities, the tasks that you are going to do in 24 months. Okay, the things that you need to prepare and demonstrate to your user or deliver to your user in between of 24 months. Okay, so because most of organizations have a methodology they use for projects, using an existing methodology, which is most popular, the most popular way to create a work plan. Okay, and it is based on the business process or data that they have. That's why if you still remember in the system analysis definition in the previous slide, I did mention to you, you need to understand the problems. Okay, you need to have an interview session, actually a few series of interview session with your clients, with your users, because you need to collect all the information, the requirements, and you need to understand their problems when they use their existing system. Then you will discuss with your team members and propose a solution. That's why you need to have this kind of methodology. Okay, you are not simply your clients give you a problem or your clients give you project and you simply sit in front of your laptop or workstation and you just solve the problems. No, it involves processes. Okay, it involves methodology. So don't simply think that it is only related to solving a problem only. And remember, it is also involved the system development methodologies. So what is this? What is system development methodology? It is a more recent term for methodology. Each development that we have, each development methodology prescribes a way of carrying out the development project. And we can see that every organization, okay, our users organization, for example, our clients organization, even our own organization, develops its own system development methodology over time to suit the needs. Okay, please accept our friends here. Don't reject. Don't reject their request to join the session. Okay, so it is involved the needs, the requirements. What are the most important things, important requirements that your clients or your users need in the new system? Okay, let's say you want to propose a new system to your users, kan? Okay, you propose a new system to your users. Can your system fulfill their user requirements? Can your new system fulfill the system requirements? Therefore, you need to discuss with your team members. You need to interview your clients to get all the requirements from them. Okay, so the system development methodologies formalize. It's a formalized approaches that you can implement in the SDLC. Again, SDLC. Okay, system development life cycle. So system development methodologies, you have it evolved over the decades actually. Okay, before you were born in this world, it is a process or a series of process used in the software development or in the system development. And again, it's quite broad. It's quite broad. The system development methodology is actually quite broad, but that it is things like a design phase, for example, or a development phase. And it is ways of thinking about things, okay, step by step. Okay, for you to follow to develop a system for your user. Okay, so that is a system development methodologies. Okay, and another one is structured design. So the structured design here is actually the first category of system development methodologies. We call it as a structured design. So these methodologies became dominant in previous 1980s, replacing the previous ad hoc and undisciplined approach. Ni during my years lah, 80s, 70s. Okay? Whose voice is that? Please mute. Okay. Alright, because it will interrupt. Okay. Your friend to listen to the lecture. All right, now the structured, okay, the structured design methodology adopt a formal step-by-step approach to the system development life cycle that moves logically from one phase to the next phase. Okay, and this structured design methodology views every software design ataupun views every system software system as having some inputs that are converted into the desired output by the software system, and of course by the user. What kind of input that you need to be used in the system, and what kind of output that your users need from the system. So the software is viewed as a transformation function that transforms the given inputs into the desired outputs. And the central problem of designing this software system is considered to be properly designing these transformation functions, because remember, in your system or in your software, you need to have functions, or you need to have functionalities of the system, or you need to have features of the system. Okay, contoh, for example, tracking your customer, that is one of the function. Searching, that is one of the function. Input, okay, you do your data entry, that is one of the function. Print document, that is one of the function, or that is one of the features that you need to include in your information system or in your software. Now we move to the structured waterfall approach here. Okay, this is a structured design. This is the old waterfall approach is actually the old methodology that used in the structured design. But nowadays, I read somewhere that all those Mat Salleh kan, all those English people, the Alan Dennis, those people, those writer who are very expert in OOSET, yeah, all those Mat Salleh, they renew this waterfall approach in the system development. But actually, for your information, waterfall approach or waterfall model is one of the structured design. So this you can find, you can find that here we have 4 phases in your waterfall approach. You have project planning, you have analysis, you have design, and you have implementation phase here. Whereas if you maybe you read different books, you can find that they use this term, project initiation and planning, analysis, design, implementation, and another phase is maintenance. So maintenance and support doesn't matter. Okay, this is also correct, this one also correct. What you need to know is here, okay, in your waterfall model here, you will have planning and specification here. Okay, you need to have planning activity. Don't worry, we will discuss about this planning, analysis, design, implementation in the next slide. Yeah, don't worry so much. All right, and we also have the analysis specifications, design specification, and finish the system, meaning that you deliver the system to your users until you do the maintenance and support of the system to your users organization. All right. Okay. Next one. Here you can see that, okay, in waterfall models, yeah, this waterfall model, the original is actually the original structured design methodology and still used today. Okay. The system analyst or the main the core person who involved, yeah, in the system development activity, who is the system analyst or SA, we call it SA, system analyst, okay, and users proceed in sequence from one phase to the next, meaning that from one phase to the next. You cannot move to the next level if you still haven't finished the first one. You cannot move to the design if you still did not finish this first or and second phase. You cannot move to the final phase if you did not complete this one. Okay, meaning that you need to follow the step, the approach that you have in the model. All right, so the key deliverables here for each phase are typically very long. Okay, although you can see that this waterfall model is similar with your waterfall, okay, waterfall yang you mandi-manda tu kan, okay, but remember, every single phase in here in this model involve tasks, involve sub-activities. Okay, we'll look at it later. All right. So this will be presented to the project sponsor. Who will sponsor the project? So you need to present to the project sponsor for approval as the project moves from one phase to another phase, meaning that before you proceed to analysis phase, you need to complete this one, you need to prepare a report, you need to present to the committee, you need to present to your users. All right, so after they have agreed with this what you have presented to them in this first phase, then they agree to proceed for you to proceed to the analysis phase, then you can proceed to the next level, the next phase. All right, of course, for every single activity here, they will pay you, depends on the progress that you have completed. All right, so once the sponsor approves the work that was conducted for a phase, phases here, the phase ends and the next one begin. You completed the analysis phase, the design phase begin. You completed the design, you will begin the implementation. Okay, and you complete the implementation, you will start the maintenance and support activities. So this methodology is referred to as waterfall development because you follow, it moves forward from phase to phase in the same manner as a waterfall. Okay, so although it is possible to go backward, let's say you want to go backward from here, for example, let's say you don't understand certain things in the analysis part. but you are here now. You are in the design phase now, but one of your team members or you yourself, you don't understand certain part in the analysis part, yes, you can move backward, no problem. But make sure if you want to move backward, it is less than 20%. Okay, less than 20%. Why? If it is more than 20%, then you need to go backward here, meaning that you have done certain incorrect things or incorrect activities in the previous phases. That is a problem to you and your team members. So remember, before you start the next phase or the next level, you need to check very carefully. You need to prepare a report. You need to brief to your users. You and your user need to sign the report, meaning that to show a mutual agreement with what you have prepared to them. Okay, so it will what? It will overcome a problem of moving backward from one phase to another phase. Okay, but you can still move backward. Make sure that it is less than 20%. All right. Now. So this structured design, meaning that the waterfall model lah, okay, the waterfall model introduce the use of formal modeling or diagramming techniques. They have their own diagramming techniques too, okay, to describe the basic business processes and the data that support them. So traditional structured design uses one set of diagrams to represent the processes and a separate set of diagrams to represent data. Okay, so we have a process in project planning, in analysis, and in design. We have certain process to be to follow. All right, so that what? So that we can develop a system in a correct manner. And the system will fulfill the user requirements. All right. So here we can see that the problems here, yeah, the problems of waterfall model here is the first one is dependent on documents, particularly in completing the requirements and design phase. Yes, because you need to complete one phase first before you start the next one. You need to have a document in analysis phase. You complete them, you present to your user, and then next after that you can start the design phase. You complete this design phase, you prepare a report, you demonstrate to your user, you present to your user, then you can start the implementation and etc. So it will take quite long time, right, to complete everything in the time frame agreed by both your users and your company. And another one is tendency to hide poorly understood requirements with elaborate specifications. Sometimes your user do not know how to express their problems. Okay, you as a system analyst, you as a consultant, you as a problem solver, you need to help them to understand their problem. Okay, you yourself need to understand their problems in using their existing system. You need to elaborate the specifications in the existing system and in the proposed system. All right, so both involve a two-way communication from your side, the system developer side, and with your user side, yeah, your client side. All right, that is waterfall model. And this is the pros and cons of the waterfall method here. You can see actually the two key advantages of the structured design waterfall approach are that it identifies system requirements long before programming begins, and it minimizes changes to the requirements as the project proceeds. Okay, that is the pros. That is the good side of your waterfall model. And the two key disadvantages are that the design must be completely specified before programming begins. Yeah, because you need to complete phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, then you can start the programming activity, the development activity. You build the system. That's why the contra is the disadvantage is the design must be specified on paper. You must prepare in your report a system design specification before you start to write programs. Okay, before your programmers start doing that development activity. Okay, so that one. And of course, it will involve long time between system proposal and the delivery of a new system. Okay, from the first phase of your system development life cycle in waterfall model, project initiation and planning until the maintenance and supports, you deliver the system here. Okay, you deliver the system to your user. You install the system at your user site location. Okay, you test the system, your user test the system, and then they use the system. There is a post-implementation. You ask what problems that they are facing when using your system and whatnot. So it will involve a long time between those phases and those activities. All right. So lengthy deliverables normally often result in poor communication. If you have poor communication with your user, let's say um, your user is they do not know how to express, how to elaborate their problems when using their existing system, and you yourself also kind of introvert person, you also do not know how to communicate with people, then how come you can both of you, you and your clients, how come you can have a good discussion session or interview session with your users? Okay, so remember that you are not only required to have a technical skill here. You are not only required to have a business skill here. You are not only required to have a knowledge only, but you also need to have what? You also need to have a communication skill. Okay, remember that. All right. So here, if the project team, of course you have a team members, of course you have a project manager. So if the project team miss important requirements or expensive post-implementation programming may be needed, what happened? All right, what happened if that things happen? If you miss certain kind of important requirements from your user, and also your user did not tell you, okay, what are their requirements for the new system, what happened? I think you can imagine what will happen. Okay, you will develop a system. Yes, you still develop a system, but unfortunately, your system will not fulfill their requirements. Okay, so now okay, another one is prototyping. Okay, prototyping is another model, is another system model or methodology that you can choose to develop as the approach. Okay, as the guideline for you to develop your system beside the waterfall. Okay, you can choose the prototyping. So here you can see that a prototyping here, you look at this diagram. You see, you compare with the waterfall model. Right? Waterfall model, you have project initiation or planning, analysis, design, implementation, and maintenance. What happened to your prototyping here? Look at the diagram. Okay, look at this prototyping diagram here. You can refer also to your slides here. I have uploaded. You can download. All right. See, you have the planning here, and then you can see here you have the analysis, design, and implementation parallel, right? Okay, and also you will repeat this process until they satisfied and you develop the system prototype. If you implement the prototype, okay, you build the system based on the real requirements from your clients or from your users, and in the end you will have the working system. Okay, working system, the real system that you will deliver to your users. So here, a prototyping based methodology performs the analysis, right? This one, analysis, design, design and implementation concurrently. And all these three phases here, okay, perform repeatedly. Yeah, I mentioned just now, right? Perform repeatedly in a cycle until the system is completed. All right. So with this methodology, what methodology? Prototyping methodology. With these prototyping methodologies, the basic of analysis, the basic of analysis and design are performed, and work immediately begins on a system prototype. Works immediately on this prototype. You and your team member lah, of course, you need to develop, right? Okay, so what you need to do here is, it is a quick and dirty program that provides a minimal. Quick and dirty is the terminology that we use for this methodology. Quick and dirty means provides a minimal number of features first before you develop all. Okay, because you want to make sure that the prototype that you develop for your user fulfill their requirements. Yes. You want to ask question? No, because I heard certain
Madam,
yes.
someone
Yeah.
asked in the chat box, could we please slow down a little, madam?
Which one? Voice out lah. Saya tak baca. If not, I didn't read the chat box. Okay, please voice out. Yeah. Okay, which part you cannot follow? Siapa nama? Akmal. Akmal, which part you cannot follow, Akmal? I think I have slow down already, right? But yeah, tak apa. Which part, Akmal, you did not understand? No problem. You can ask question. Which part, Akmal? Akmal, are you here? Akmal bin Muhammad Azam. Which part that you cannot follow? Ada tak? Anything that you miss out? Other students?
Madam,
Anything?
saya nak
Yeah?
tanya.
Can.
Kalau macam waterfall tadi tu kan dia nak
Uh-uh.
proposal kan, and then kita kena
Yes.
ikut exactly kan.
Yes.
So kalau prototyping ni dia tak perlukan proposal ke macam mana?
Need also. Need the proposal also. Okay.
Perlu, tapi dia tak perlu ikut 100% ke macam mana?
Follow 100%. It's like this. Okay. Every system that you propose to your user still need a proposal. Still need still need to prepare a proposal. Then there is a steering committee. To later we will cover in the next slide. Yeah, there is a steering committee who will read your proposal, who will discuss among the team members and look into what you have proposed to them, for example, or what have been requested by the user to the vendor, to the system developer. Okay, still need the proposal. And you still have the planning part. You still have the analysis. You still have the design part. Except if you compare the prototyping with your waterfall model here, you can see that in your waterfall, you need to complete the first phase. Okay, after you completed the first phase, then you can start with the analysis. Complete the analysis, then you can start the next one. But in your prototyping model, you can do this analysis, design, and implementation concurrently. That's why the pattern or the diagram of the prototyping here is different from your waterfall model. Okay, Erica, are you okay, Erica?
Okay, madam, understanding. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay, others who wants to ask question? Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to ask me question. I'm open with any question you want to ask me. If I can answer, I will answer immediately. If not, maybe I will give you time. Ni Akmal. Where is Akmal? Okay, Akmal, which part that you don't understand? Don't worry, saya tak marah lah. Akmal, which part you don't understand or you miss out? Akmal hilang dah. Kan? How about others? Are you okay? Are you okay anak-anak? Are you okay with the what? Miss out because of the internet ke apa? Kalau internet tak dapat nak nolong kan? Okay. Miss out which one? Kalau all, you kena tanyalah. All, why miss out? Because of the English language or what? Voice out lah Akmal. Akmal, on your mic. If not, I do not know. Erika relax je tanya. Akmal, on your mic. And ask me question. Which one? Don't keep in your head or in your heart. Which one?
Madam,
Yeah.
Putra Aiman, he wanted to ask you questions, but then dia kata dia malu tadi.
Alah, tak payahlah malu. But ask me question. No worries. Tanya-tanya. Mana dia Putra Aiman? Putra Aiman, you want to ask question? Erika relax je kan Erika kan? Tanya question. Tak ada pun kena marah. Tanyalah. If not, I do not know.
Betul-betul tanya je.
Yes. You tanya, you selalu tanya. I can remember your name tau. Lagi mudah saya ingat, I remember. How about our DP? Apa what? Our? Course learning plan. Course learning plan? Is it? Ayo, voice out please. Course learning plan ya. Bersuara lah. Tak best lah communicate kat chat box. Saya a bit bosan dekat chat box. I need you to voice out. Later lah. This is only first week. Okay. I just want to ask if you don't understand anything that I have explained to you just now. Okay. CLP don't worry. We'll upload. Okay. Don't worry about that. Worry about your understanding of every content that I have explained to you. Okay. That one. Jangan risau-risau lah Suraya. Okay. Don't worry so much about that. Right? Okay. Other than that, miss out what? Akmal, what you have missed out just now? Oh, Mujtaba, do you have any question, Mujtaba? If you don't voice out, I don't understand. I do not know. Kan? You just write at the check box with a simple word. Who will understand that? I don't understand. Voice out sajalah. Okay? Anything you don't understand, tell me. Or else the solution is like this. I cannot be so slow, too slow to explain everything. If not, we cannot complete our syllabus. Kan? Okay. What you need to do is, after you attend my lecture session, then listen again lah to the recordings. Kan kita record kan? Listen again to the recordings. Then if you still don't understand, WhatsApp me. Pun okay, boleh. Still can also. But I cannot go too slow during lecture session because nanti sampai bila pun tak habis. Okay? Alright? Any question? Anything you want to ask? Kita ada ramai ni kat sini kan. We have so many here. Siapa lagi? Arisa? Can you understand? Arvinjit, can you understand? Can you understand the lecture, Arvinjit?
Yes, madam.
Okay, if you have any question, don't shy to ask, yeah, Arvinjit.
Okay, madam.
Also to Durkeswaran, Zarizman.
Yes, madam.
Okay, hopefully if you keep quiet, you understand lah. Okay, if you don't, please ask, don't shy lah. Tak best lah shy-shy, kan? Okay. Anyone wants to ask question? Okay lah. I think for 13, right? I think I stop here last night. My tekak sakit also. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you this. I will continue our lecture next week, inshallah. Okay. At the same time, I will record to you for your reference also this week. Okay, so that you can have a proper recordings without interruption like just now. Okay. So I will record for you, and also we can continue next week for our first chapter. Don't worry so much because your your theoretical part, your terminologies and whatnot, only will be recovered in your will be covered in your online tests and online quizzes. For your assignments and for your group project and for your case study, involve UML diagramming. Yang tu nanti we're going to have many exercises in tutorial session and also in our lecture session. Okay, don't worry so much. Okay, I think we better stop now lah. Alright, we continue next week insyaAllah, and at the same time I will record to you this week. Okay, give me time please because my tekak is not so good. Alright, okay, not feeling very well actually. Okay, so let me download the attendance before you leave the session. Download the attendance, all right? And if you don't have any question, see you next week. Okay? Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Bye.
Thank you, madam. Get well
Yeah.
soon.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you. Welcome.
Thank you,
Alright.
madam.
Thank you,
Get well
madam.
soon.
madam.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome.
madam.
Okay.
Madam.